Okay, so in this video, we're going to do a simple RSA encryption using SSL. So if you recall from our PowerPoint presentation earlier, so an RSA algorithm requires public keys and private key, which is the secret key, in order for the message to be encrypted and generated the encryption message, and then it will be decrypted using the private key of the particular user. So to make it simple, we have this example here. So let's say we have a user A who wants to send letter to a message to user B. So each of them must have a public and private key. Particularly, let's say A is the sender, so A needs to know the public key of B in order to encrypt the message using the public key of B. So after the message is encrypted, it will be sent to B, and now B can decrypt it using its private key. So we will demonstrate a simple operation using Kali Linux, OpenSSL. So these are the instructions that we will follow. So you can pause the video to, what we call this, to follow the instruction. Okay, so let's start with creating a directory for A and B. So in this example, I will be using terminal side by side to demonstrate A and B punya contents. Okay, so I will open this directory. So again, I will type pwd to see which directory am I. I will type ls. Okay, so I will enter desktop. So I'm in desktop, so I need to masok desktop. Okay, so regarding how to create a folder in Linux, so you see, to create a folder, you need to type, okay, I'll just update this, create a directory. So we just type mkdir and then the name of the directory. So in this case, we're gonna create A and B. So here, I will create mkdir A. So if you notice here, it created a directory named A folder. You cannot see it because my background is blue, so I'll just change my background for a while. Okay, so for my background, probably I'll use black so you can see the difference. Okay, so now you'll see directory A is here. So now I'll create another one which is B, mkdir B. Okay, so you notice here I already have A and B as our directory. Okay, now we will create, okay, I will open two terminals so that you can see it. So I will open another terminal so we can do it side by side. Okay, so here again pwd ls cd capital desktop ls. So we're going to masok to directory B, cdb. So on the right side, we're gonna masok to directory A, cda. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do after creating the directory is to generate the private and public keys. Okay, to generate the private and public keys, okay, so we will repeat the instruction from 2 to 4, 2 to 3 on B. Right now, I'm gonna do the A first. So first, let's type OpenSSL, generate RSA key. The output file, the name will be keypair A.pem, and then the encryption will be 2048. So you remember the bits, like we have 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 1024, and 248. Basically, 2048 is the higher the encryption, the harder to crack. Okay, I'll just type 8, enter. Okay, so on the right side, I'm gonna do the same thing. Open SSL, generate RSA, dash out. This time we're gonna name it key pair b.pem. Same encryption and type 248. Okay, so if you want to view the content of that one, so we just type cat key pair a.pem. So you notice it's a lot of key. Basically, it combine your private key and your public key. So if you want to view the public key and private key, so you can just type OpenSSL RSA in the name of the key and then text dash text. So let's say Open SSL RSA in key pair a.pem dash text. Okay, so it shows you it shows the public key, the private key, the exponent. Remember the variables that we have here. We have the prime numbers, okay, the value of k, the value of n, the value of j. So everything is there, so that in the whole package of the key, everything that is needed to decrypt a message or encrypt the message is there. Okay. So basically, when we create the key pair, it creates the whole package. So now we want to separate the public key from the private key. I mean from the whole key, because we need the public key to be shared to B and B's public key to be shared to A. Okay, in order to do that, okay, we do number 3. We do it in A first, folder A. Open SSL, RSA, the input file or the source key pair, ls dulo. Okay, we have key pair A dot pem. So remember that name, key pair A. So open SSL RSA in key pair A dot pem dash public out or pub out. The output source or the directory, where will it be saved? The name of the file. So in this case, we will name it public key A. Okay, so public key A dot pem. Okay, so now, sorry, ls dyan. Okay, now we have a key pair A, which contains the private, public, and the basically the prime numbers and the other components. And now we have a public key A, which will be shared later on. So now in our directory B, we're gonna do the same thing. Okay, open SSL RSA, source, directory first. Let's see if we have a key here. Okay, key pair B. So open SSL RSA dash in the name of the key pair, which contains the public and private key. Now we're going to get the public key out using the pub out. Where will it be saved? So we're gonna use public key b.m. Okay, so ls. So now we in directory A, we already have the keys that contains the private and public keys, and then we extracted public key for A and we extracted public key for B. Okay, so now we have to link it, meaning the public key of B will be linked to directory A, the public key of A will be linked to the directory of B. So first we need to know the directory path. So let's say pwd. So this is our directory. So basically we need to change this to B and access public key B. So in order to do that, let's just type ln -s link and then the directory is home. Sorry, let's see here first, pwd. So we need to go here, home Kali desktop B and access public key B. So ln home Kali desktop B public key B dot pem, enter. Okay, ls. Okay, now public key is highlighted in blue. It means it's linked from public desktop B. So we do the same thing here. ln dash s. So here we're going to link the directory A punya public key. Okay, so now in order to if you want to test this, just type cat public key b dot pem. Okay, so cat public key a dot pem. Okay, so both keys are now linked. So now let's just create a simple message that will be sent from A to B. So any simple message, it could be like my bank account, my password, and so on. Okay, so A will now create a message using Nano. Okay, let's just type my, let's say my username is Mikael yahoo.com. Then my password is 8977 mana saja. Alright, so Control X, then Y. Okay, let's just name it MSG or message. So ls. Take note, the name of our file is message. So we want to encrypt this using the public key of B, so that B can decrypt it using its private key. So let's just clear it first. Do it, both of it. Clear. Okay. So now let's encrypt MSG. So if you type cat MSG, so the message is that it contains my username and my password. That's not my real number, so it's just a random number. So in order to encrypt that, we're gonna type this: open SSL RSA utility encrypt. The name of the file is message. Okay, encrypt. The encryption key that we're gonna be used is from B, and then public we're gonna be using the public type of encryption using the public key. This means the key to be used to encrypt message is a public key, which is this one. So let's just type that one: open SSL RSA utility. Okay, so I already typed it, encrypt. The file name is message. The output name is encrypt. This is just a file name, okay? You can name it test output mana saja. And then the in key that we will be using is public key B, which is from we linked earlier. So we press enter. Okay, let's check the content, ls. So we already have it here, the message. This is our message. This is the encrypted message. So let's say if we do cat message, if we do cat encryption, okay, that's the encrypted text. So now we're going to send it here. So you can just copy paste actually, but in this case we're gonna use command prompt. Okay, so here we'll just copy the file name enc to here. We're gonna name it received and so on. So let's just type cp or copy the source of the file, which is in home Kali desktop folder A. The name of the file is enc that we're gonna copy it, and then this is the name of the file once we copy it. And when you copy a file, you can rename it. So let's just call it received. Okay, so ls. So I can, let's see the content here, cat received. So what we receive is the encrypted message from A. So how are we gonna decrypt that? So to decrypt the message, we're gonna use the private key. Take note, we use the public key to encrypt it. We're gonna use the private key to decrypt it. So the command is OpenSSL. We're gonna do it in desktop B. RSA utility decrypt in name of the file is received. The output niya, meaning where will it be decrypted, the name of the file. So later I will change the name from message to let's say decrypted, or yeah, decrypted. And then the key that will be used is the private key, which is keypairb.pem. So open SSL RSA utility decrypt. Okay, I already prepared that one. So this one will create a file named message. So that you don't get confused, I'm not gonna use the file message. I'll just name it output. Output. So it will decrypt the file that we received, which is this one, into a file called output using the private key of keypairb, because it's encrypted using the public key of B. So we need it's like a key. We lock it using two keys. The other one is a public key, the other one is a private key. But both key must be owned by the same um, source. So I press enter. So now I'll type ls to view the directory listing. So I have now the file name output. So let's say cat output. So now the file is decrypted. Okay, so that's how you do the RSA encryption and decryption in Kali Linux.